What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. Let's do a breakdown, maybe even a prediction on the fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov against Dustin Poirier. This is how I feel about the fight, man. This is how I feel about this fight. And I'm going to do as much of a breakdown as possible. This is a hard fight for Dustin. This is a hard fight for Dustin. And not just because, Khabib is 27-0, undefeated. He's fought the best, but so has Dustin. Okay, understanding Khabib, he wrestled bears, and he, Sambo, his background, and judo, practically a wrestler. I mean, one hell of a wrestler, and all of those things. But let's just break it down a little bit further with Dustin and what he has as an advantage, but his disadvantages as well. The fight is going to be in Abu Dhabi. Okay, so Dustin Poirier, okay, his foundation is in jiu-jitsu, and with the UAE and the World Jiu-Jitsu Championships, and that's one of the meccas of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Abu Dhabi. And that's his foundation. So he's going to have a bit of a cultural home field advantage there. All right. Another thing is, Dustin is a good boxer. All right. I like his stand-up strike, and I love his heart too. And I love his stamina. We're not talking about Conor McGregor here. We're talking about Dustin Poirier. All right. And he has some ground game, jiu-jitsu. With that said, though, when you look at Khabib and what he's done against great strikers and what Dustin has done against great strikers, of course, with Khabib being undefeated, he's been definitely more successful against great strikers. Now, you're thinking about the ones that they share, Michael Johnson, Conor McGregor, both of them TKOing Dustin early. So Dustin isn't the best boxer, all right? He's not the best striker, okay? And Khabib has dealt with them. He actually out-timed Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, what he did wrong, in my opinion, in that fight, he figured he can walk him down with some dirty boxing, extend that that right hand, being southpaw, right? Extending that hand, dropping those strikes in, walking him down. That didn't work. Khabib was a better stand-up striker than McGregor thought, not giving him that type of respect on his timing and counter-punching, everything that he can do. Okay, suckering him in for the takedown. All those things Khabib was doing, that's what makes him fantastic. So with that said, I'm not sure if Dustin Poirier is that great as a striker to where his stand-up game makes for that big of an advantage to beat Khabib. Let's talk about this too. Khabib also has him beat on the ground. Yeah, jiu-jitsu, judo, kind of like the same thing. But Khabib is so great on his wrestling and his ground and pound. When he grabs you, bro, you're not getting out of there. Wrestling with a bear, he's a bear trap, okay? There's no getting out of there. He just works you, tires you out. He's relentless. It's good that Dustin is better on the ground than a McGregor. He's better with his stamina than a McGregor, right? I want to say this too. I think Khabib has a bit of a motivation, okay, outside of being undefeated and hitting that stardom, going from not being paid as much to getting paid more, all those things. But also how dirty he was done by Dana White. And we got to cover this. Dana White marketed that great event, McGregor against Khabib. He marketed that based on the bus accident. But when Khabib responded in the way of someone who didn't appreciate the antics, okay, of Conor McGregor, by jumping over the cage, all these things that Dana White kind of revved up to make a big heated situation in order to market the event, Khabib responded as somebody who was emotionally compromised. Let's keep it real. Let's talk now. All those things he was saying to McGregor on the ground, he meant that ass beating he gave him. And he jumped over the cage. Got suspended. So I think he still has a underdog type of personality. He still has that underdog being stepped on type of determination. And I'm saying Dustin Poirier does as well. You want to talk about the fight of the hearts. That's what you're going to get. Now, Max Holloway, being the great fighter he is, he just couldn't get over the hump of Dustin Poirier. And that lets you know how good Dustin is. Hell, if he were to fight Conor McGregor again, who knows? With that said, I am going to have a prediction. And I will be going live for the fight for my live stream commentary. I give it to Khabib. Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov. I give it to Khabib. Because I just don't think Dustin Poirier's stand-up is good enough to beat him. And he definitely can't beat him on the ground. ShowBizz, don't. That's one hell of a fight for Dustin. But I'll be pulling for him. Let the best man win. I'm out. Huh.